Hello students, I am Dr. Amit Bhatnagar, working as Senior Research Officer in the Department of Agronomy at GB Pant, University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, Uttarakhand. In this lecture, I will tell you about the factors responsible or mechanism or scientific facts behind the wind blow. How does wind blow and what is the process and what is the source and why there are so many winds in this earth, we will discuss in this lecture. So, the source of wind blow or movement of air is sun. It is very interesting. Sun is responsible for the movement of air. When the air uh, move, air is composition of several gases. There are so many gases. Important gas largely is 78% is about nitrogen, then 20% about oxygen, and rest 1 to 2% CO2, argon, and other gases. So many gases are present in air, and when this air move, then this movement is known as wind. So this horizontal movement is known as wind. So this movement is known as wind blow. So wind blow or air movement is known as wind, and sun is responsible. It is very interesting that sun is responsible, and the process for this wind blow is diffusion. This is very important process and generally asked in examination which process is responsible for wind blow, that is diffusion. So first of all, we should know what is the diffusion process. Then we will discuss how sun is responsible for this wind movement. Actually, diffusion is movement of molecules from high concentration to low concentration. When molecules move from a high concentration area to low concentration area, then this process is known as diffusion, and it is generally occur in gases. For example, nitrogen gas is here, and so many molecules are present here, and nitrogen gas is also present at this location, but only few molecules are present. Then these molecules will move from this direction to this direction to maintain or to balance the number of molecules. So to maintain the equilibrium, diffusion take place. So it is very important process. So by the diffusion, molecule move, and this movement energy is due to molecules random thermal motion. तो जो molecules का अपना kinetic energy होती है, because of kinetic energy or because of its own movement energy, molecules move from high concentration to low concentration, and this diffusion take place till the equilibrium or balance of molecule is maintained both the side. So this is the process of diffusion. This is very important process. So how does it take place in case of wind? We will discuss. Actually, what happens in normal condition, if we talk about the earth surface, then air molecules are present. Suppose it is a earth surface, we are on the earth or on a land or in a field, suppose, and these are the air molecules. So air molecules near the earth surface are more, and on upper surface these molecules are less. So this is air, and actually these are gaseous molecules, and they create a pressure on the earth that is known as atmospheric pressure. So in this case, in per unit area, per unit volume, number of gas molecules or number of air molecules are equal, and pressure on all the sides is same. So we can say concentration or number of molecule, suppose A side and B side is same. Okay, in normal condition this is process. So there is no diffusion because the concentration on A side, B side is same. There is no movement from one side to another side. Random movement is there. There is movement of air molecules, but not a particular direction. Okay. Suppose there is more heating due to any factor. अभी हम discuss करेंगे कौन सा factor. Suppose there is a heating and temperature is more. And here temperature is low. For example, here is bare land and stone, and here vegetation is there, tree are there. Okay, so temperature in vegetative area will be less, and in bare soil, bare land and stone, temperature will be high. So because of this temperature, air molecules will get heat from this land by the process of convection, and they move upward. Now molecules, lower molecules move upward, and here the concentration of the molecule, air molecule, will reduced. So because of high temperature, when at a location temperature is high, air molecule means gas molecules get energy, heat energy from the land, and they transfer the heat energy. There is a movement, okay, and because of this movement, these molecules move upward. So here concentration will increase, air molecule will be more and air molecule will be less. Now at B side, temperature is low, so movement is there, they get energy but not as in case of A. Here molecules get energy but level of energy is less, so their movement is less. So here the concentration of molecule from this side to is more. If we compare the both side number of molecules, so here molecule of air of gases will be more as compared to A because of low temperature. So here pressure, air pressure, or we can say temperature pressure is more, and here pressure is low because more molecules, more pressure, less molecule, less pressure. So now concentration is high and concentration is low. So to maintain the concentration, the molecules move from this side to this side, from B side to A side, and this movement of air molecule is known as wind. So this is wind. This is a movement of air molecule from high concentration to low concentration to maintain the concentration of molecule, number of molecules, or we can say to maintain the pressure. Here atmospheric pressure is more and here atmospheric pressure is low. So to maintain, or in other words, to maintain the atmospheric pressure, air molecule move from high pressure to low pressure. So this is the cause of wind movement. So this is the scientific fact, or the reason, or we can say the factor responsible. So factor responsible is concentration of gas molecule or air molecule and the pressure. So in examination it may be asked, in case of wind movement, air molecule move from high concentration to low concentration, or low concentration to high concentration, or high pressure to low pressure, or low pressure to high pressure. So here the correct answer is from high concentration to low concentration, or high pressure to low pressure. Why there is so? Why? So this process is known as diffusion. So why this process take place? Simply to maintain the concentration or to maintain the pressure. Now what is the role of sun in process? So sun is the source, or we can say the responsible factor for this movement is sun. How? Because this temperature, if we see this temperature is causing heat. Temperature causing heat. If temperature is more, then there will be more heating and the air molecules move upward and the pressure will be low. Here temperature is low, so molecules will be more and pressure will be high, or concentration of molecules will be high. Then it moves from this B direction to A direction. Now this is land surface, so the sun is providing the solar radiation to all parts, but there is more heating because this area absorb more heat, radiate the more heat. For example, stone, sand, soil, bare land, and here for example vegetation. So the different objects have different time for heating, and this is known as specific heat. So specific heat for a different object is different. If the solar radiation is same on this surface, but the every part will have different temperature because different things or different object have different specific heat. Now what is specific heat? So this is important to know what is specific heat, which is responsible for differential heating. So this specific heat is responsible for differential heating. This is differential heating. Heating more, heating less. It is known as differential. Difference हो रहा है, that's why it is known as differential heating. So specific heat is the amount of heat which is required to raise 1 degree centigrade of 1 gram substance. If there is 1 gram substance and we want to increase the temperature by 1 degree centigrade, then how much calories required, how much heat is required, that is known as specific heat. For water, specific heat is 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. Means to raise the 1 gram water, if we have 1 gram water and we want to increase its temperature 1 degree centigrade, then 1 calorie heat is required. So by 1 calorie heat, we can increase the 1 gram water temperature by 1 degree centigrade. Okay. For soil, in general, for clay, sand, stone, etc., it is in the range of 0.3 to 0.2. It is in general 0.3 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. It means if we have 1 gram soil and we want to increase the temperature 1 degree centigrade, then 0.3 calorie is required. Means less calorie, less heat is required to increase the temperature as compared to water. So this is the difference in specific heat in soil and water. So this is very important. Suppose there is a 1 calorie. Suppose solar radiation is 1 calorie. Then this 1 calorie increase the temperature of 1 gram water by 1 degree centigrade. But in case of soil, it will increase the temperature of 1 gram soil about 3 degree centigrade. Simple mathematics is that 0.3 calorie is required for 1 degree centigrade. So 1 calorie will increase 1 upon 0.3, that is about 3 degree centigrade. So this is the 3 times difference in the heating of water and land or soil. So suppose here in an area, land and water both are present, there is a water body, then water body will absorb more heat to increase its temperature. Suppose there is a water body, any water body, and there are suppose stone barren area. Okay, so now solar radiation is there, sun is there, solar radiation is there, amount is same. Solar radiation, if we talk about solar radiation, there is no difference in amount of solar radiation in a location. We are talking about a small distance location and this water body. So because of this water body, it will absorb more heat, more solar radiation to increase its temperature, while stone will require only a small amount of heat to increase its temperature. For example, calorie is suppose 1 calorie, so temperature will increase only 1 degree centigrade. If we talk about 1 gram water, in 1 gram soil, temperature will be 3 degree centigrade by 1 calorie. So sun is providing 1 calorie suppose in a unit area. So 1 gram water will have increase in temperature 1 degree centigrade, and 1 gram stone will increase the temperature 3 degree centigrade. Now, so this is the differential heating. Because of differential heating, now the air will heat and air molecules move upward, and the concentration will be less and here concentration will be more. Now, if we talk about the pressure, so here atmospheric pressure, because number of molecules, air molecules are less, pressure is less, here pressure is more. So to maintain the pressure, to maintain the concentration, air molecule move from this direction to this direction. So now this movement is known as wind. So this is the reason that why there is a movement of wind. Suppose, so this is the difference in water body and land. Suppose there are different type of substances are there. Suppose different substances are there. Suppose there is a vegetation is there. Suppose there is a building, and suppose there is a road. Suppose there is a field. So in every part, heating will be different because every object is made up of different type of substances which have different type of specific heat, and because of this different specific heat, there will be differential heating at every part. So there will be different pressure gradient, different concentration gradient, and air will move to maintain, to equalize the pressure and concentration. So this is the factor which is responsible for wind movement. So we see that differential heating on the earth is responsible for different concentration, means different atmospheric pressure, and this difference in atmospheric pressure cause the movement of air, that is known as wind. Now we will see the earth. Earth is round in shape. We know that it is round in shape, and midline is equator, and sun providing energy. So because of curvature, amount of heat is different. Here curvature is more, so here the radiation is slant, so temperature is low. Because solar radiation is received on a larger area, so it spread and temperature become low. While on equator solar radiation is directly falls and it increases the temperature. So here temperature is more, temperature is high. So here temperature is high, so concentration is, air will move upward, so air pressure will be less. And at polar region temperature is already low, so concentration will be more, and atmospheric pressure will be, if we talk about per unit area, will be more. So here high pressure will be built up, and other pressure belt also develop at 30 degree and 60 degree, north hemisphere and south hemisphere. We will discuss later on how it take place. This is the another process, and this is the polar, southern hemisphere, it is north hemisphere. So differential heating is there. Because of differential heating, there are different atmospheric pressure. That's why wind blow from this is high pressure to this equator region, to this region, this polar region to this region. So different pressure belts develop. We will discuss later on how these trade winds are there, westerlies are there, polar winds are there. We will discuss in next lecture, another lecture. But here concern is that because of curvature there is a differential heating, and because of this differential heating air concentration gets changed. So ये air concentration देखिए change हो जाएगा, और इस एयर कंसंट्रेशन चेंज होने से क्या होगा, एयर मूव करेगी लो कंसंट्रेशन होने की वजह से. देन अनदर, सो इट मीन्स curvature of the earth is responsible for the curvature of the earth is responsible for differential heating. First factor for differential heating was different type of object which have different specific heat. Second is curvature of the earth, which is responsible for differential heating. Then 70% mass or 70% area on the earth is ocean. So ocean are present 70%, and this ocean means water, and land is about 30%. So there is a differential heating in water and land. As we have discussed, water takes more time for heating and it takes more time for cooling, while land, earth, or we can say soil, takes less time as compared to this water, less time for heating and less time for cooling. That's why differential heating is there in ocean and land mass, so different air movement is there. So this is the reason that on the earth wind blow take place. So on the earth always winds are there because of differential heating, curvature and differential specific heat. So this is the reason that why wind blow and why there is a movement of air take place. So the process responsible is diffusion, and the source of wind is sun, which provide the heat energy for differential heating, and differential heating is there. Why there is a differential heating? Because on the on area different objects are there which have different specific heat. Land and water is a very good example. Then curvature of the earth, which receive different amount of solar radiation, and different differential heating is there. Because of this differential heating, concentration of air molecule changed, air pressure is changed, or because of this pressure wind blow, and wind blow from high pressure area to low pressure area. So remember that wind is the process of diffusion. Remember it. It is a process of diffusion, and from high, and this diffusion from high concentration to low concentration, or in other words, from high pressure to low pressure, or we can say, and this high concentration and high pressure at location low temperature to high temperature. So wind will blow from the location where temperature is low to those area where temperature is high. So these are the factor or the phenomena, we can say, which are responsible for the movement of wind. And wind, there is a difference between air and wind. Air is mixture of gases. Air is mixture of gases. Different gases are there, and major gas is nitrogen, 78% about. And wind, when this air movement of air, horizontal movement is known as wind. Horizontal means this to this direction. The horizontal movement is known as wind. If there is a vertical movement like that or that is known as air current. So this is the difference between air current and wind. Wind is horizontal movement and current is vertical movement. Now it would be clear to you that why wind blow. So always there is wind on the earth because of presence of land and water, differential heating, curvature of the earth. So thereby different type of winds are there on the globe at equator, 30 degree north, 60 degree south and polar region. Similarly in southern hemisphere, different pressure belts are there which creates trade wind, westerlies and polar wind. So this is different subject, but we should know how does wind blow. So this is the process of diffusion and the source is sun. I hope you have understand this lecture. तो ये लेक्चर आपको समझ में आ गया होगा कि ये कैसे विंड ब्लो होती है. थैंक यू वेरी मच.